Welcome to episode 2, guys, and the first thing we are going to do is get straight into the giveaway. Right, I have put all the names into this fancy spinning wheel picker thing. We're going to click this and let's see who takes the free card from last week's video. Here it goes. So you can see I've put all the names in the side. These are all the people that commented. And the winner is Mid Soccer. Congratulations, dude. After this video, I will get a card sent over to you straight away. Well, guys, the game is just finished. And how terrible was that? It's one of the worst performances I've seen Villa under Emery since he come into the club. 5-1 to Newcastle. If it wasn't for Emi Martinez, it probably would have been 10-1. And to be fair, he was lucky to stay on the pitch. I think if it wasn't for Pau Torres sprinting past him, he would have been the last man, and Almiron would have been through on goal. He would have been sent off straight red. And we got Matty Cash, probably one of the worst games I've seen him have since he's joined Villa. Like, his Sorare score says it all, 3.8. I know he lost 5 points for missing a big chance. It was basically an open goal. I then come to Ezri Konsa. I think I jinxed the man. My very first video of this season, I said he went under the radar. He didn't put a foot wrong. And then he gives the ball away in a box. Error led to goal. Yeah, he did make up for it towards the end. He got a last man tackle, but the game was gone by then. It was already 5-1. Then Tyrone Mings. Fingers crossed. It's not a bad injury, but going off on a stretcher, he's gone straight to the hospital in Newcastle. It looks, I'm praying not, but it looks like an ACL. It looks like he could be out for as long as Buendia. Digne, he wasn't too bad. He scored 41 points today. Say it was a solid game. He had an average game. He was up and down the left-hand side, all right. Douglas Luiz, same in midfield. It was an average game, scoring about 39 points. Kamara wasn't great, give the ball away a lot in the midfield. And then Leon Bailey. This man must be Lionel frickin' Messi in training, because I don't know what he does on the pitch. He does absolutely nothing for us on the pitch. His going forward, his offensive work is he runs up the wing, turns back, can't defend. He don't track back to help out in defence. So it's like, I just don't know what Emery sees in him. He must play like Messi in training to get into the squad. And like him being in the squad on that right hand side today has put our captain John McGinn out on the left wing, which was absolutely awful. He can't play there. He's left footed. He plays on the right hand side because he loves cutting in and playing that killer pass or taking the person on. When he's out on that left wing, he's not sprinting up and down the wing and putting a cross in. That's not the type of player he is. And then obviously we had Moussa Diaby and Watkins up front. Both got decisive today. Worked well for the goal. Watkins flicking it onto Diaby. But yeah, obviously it was just for the one goal, and Watkins getting a clearance off the line as well. So the only two decent scorers in our this team this week was Watkins and Diaby. Going into our next game, obviously, it's going to stick with Martinez in goal. But I believe he's got to go back to that 3 at the back. I know we didn't play it last season, but he tested it out a lot in pre-season. And we looked really good. Like, we had the 3 centre-backs. Powell was on the left. I know we had to play left-back when we were defending. But he'd give Matty Cash the free room to bomb up and down that right-hand side, overlap McGinn, and get balls into the box. He even got a goal in one of the games doing it, because it was terrible today, absolutely terrible. As soon as Carlos come on and they had the 3 at the back with Pau Torres, Konsa and Diego Carlos, we did look a bit more solid, and like that is what we need. I just don't see why he'd practice it pre-season, work really well, go into the first game and then completely change it. Like, I'd never question Emery's tactics. He's been fantastic since he's come into the club. But yeah, I'm sure he's going to have to go back to the 3 at the back. Then whether he plays Digne to go up and down the left-hand side or Cash to go up and down the right-hand side. But that's how I go into the next game. And obviously, You've got Kamara and Louise as the double pivot in the midfield, or Louise and Tielemans, or the other way round. McGinn back on the right. He's got to be on the right hand side. That's where he plays his best football. Obviously, Diarby and Watkins stay up front. Then, if you don't want to play Tielemans on the left, if you don't like him on the left, give Philogene a chance. He was absolutely brilliant as well in pre-season. He really run teams ragged with his pace going up and down the wing. It's just not a thing John McGinn can do on that left-hand side. So yeah, that's the team I would go into the next game with. Like, for me, Baylor's got to go. He's just not good enough to play in this Villa team. He's got to go. Get a replacement for. He'll have to get a replacement with Buendia being out. So yeah, that's my team for the next game. Let's see if. Right, guys. Now we've got me moaning out the way. Let's get into the lineups for this game week. We've actually got some midweek lineups available for game week 398 before we get into the 399 lineups. We've got our Miami stack and we've got our Philadelphia Union stack. Obviously, I've not mixed and matched. I've put them in separate competitions because they are playing each other. I believe it's the semi-final, quarter-final. I think it's the semi-final of the League's Cup. So in All-Star Limited, we have gone Drake Chandler, Jordi Alba, Robert Taylor, Lionel Messi, the GOAT, and the youngster Cremonese. And for Philly in 270, we've gone Andre Blake, Kai Wagner, Haney Mukhtar, Yuri. Would go Karanzaria, but he did pick up an injury in the last game. I've heard rumours it's hamstring injury, but I don't know how true that is. I can't find no information on it, so I'm not going to risk putting Carranza in this team. And then Martinez. So there's our lineups for game week 398. And then we'll go over to Silent Bear data. We've used the lineup builder to make our lineups for 399. And these are provisional lineups at the moment, and I'll tell you why, because they've got Philly playing again in 399. There's no Inter Miami in it, but they've got Philly in it. And I'm just thinking, if it's the semi-finals and they go through, surely they've got another game before they start their MLS games again. I could be wrong. They could play the semi-final, play an MLS game, and then play the final next midweek. So that could be what's happening, but it's just a bit strange that Inter Miami haven't got a game here as well. So to start with, as per our Champ Europe boys, I've gone with Martinez in goal, Ezri Konza, Douglas Luiz, Ollie Watkins, and John McGinn. Our All-Star Limited team, which I really like, John McCarthy and Palacios from LAFC. Then we've got Reynoso and Hogglewayne, and Carlos Hill as our extra. Champ America Limited, which is also insane. We've got McCarthy and Hollinshead in this one. Thiago Almada, Boanga, and Boskov. And then Cap 270 Limited, we've gone with the Philly boys. Pretty much same lineup as in the 398. Game week, then an MLS Pro, we've got Andre Blake, Jack Elliott, Haney Mukhtar, Buick, and Vela. Probably would have chucked Mukhtar in a bigger lineup, but they are playing against New England, who are second in the league. I know they're fourth. It's going to be a tough game, so I didn't want to risk him in a big lineup. And Cap 240 Limited, we got Schulte and Gressel from the Columbus Crew boys, who are back. Aidan Morris and Chucho Hernandez and Boubacar Kamara in here as the extra. I would have played Diego Rossi in here, but I'm not sure if he'll start. He's only just signed for Columbus Crew, so that's why Kamara's in this one. And then our Premier League Pro is Martinez, Torres, Coutinho, Diarby, and Tielemans. I put these boys in the Pro because Tielemans is 56% to be on the bench, and obviously Coutinho will be on the bench. I think Tielemans might get a start. It just depends, like I said in my moan, whether he wants to give him a chance on the left, because I can't see him dropping Kamara and Douglas Luiz in that double pivot. So yeah, that's our lineups for these game weeks. Like I said, these are provisional. They may change. With that being said, let's get into the rewards. Should be a good one. At the time of recording this part of the video, I'm currently sat very high in the tier 1, if not first in the tier 1 prize pool in All-Star Limited. So fingers crossed we get someone good. Well, rewards are out, and here is the team that did it for us. We come 45th in All-Star Limited out of 19,610 managers, so really happy with that. The team that done it, obviously the GOAT, Lionel Messi as captain, getting us 115 points. Haney Mukhtar was absolutely ridiculous this week. It was like 3 assists or a goal, or 3 goals and assists. Can't remember which way round, but he scored 100 points. Robert Taylor with another goal, playing alongside Messi. Kai Wagner getting an assist, bagging us 94 points. And Andre Blake only coming in with 38. It is such a shame, because if they kept the clean sheet, he gets 25 points for decisive. He don't lose the 3 points for conceding a goal, so it's 28. He gets the extra 10 points for the clean sheet. And don't lose 4 points for conceding a goal, so it's 12 points for him. And 28 from him. It's like 50 point swing plus bonuses. And I did have a look, and it just upsets me looking. An extra 50 points plus bonuses puts us on 505.81. We would have finished first in All-Star Limited, taken over Star Limited, and $455. But there you go. Wasn't meant to be. We'll take the tier 1. We'll take the ETH, which I believe is about £16 UK sterling, £20 in dollars. Let's just get into the reward. Let's see who I won. There's still some really good players in the tier 1 prize pool, so we can't moan. It's been a good game week. 802 SO coins. Excuse me. £15.97 in our cash wallet. And our tier 1 limited. Who's he going to be? It's a goalkeeper. Mert Gunok, Turkish goalkeeper from, is that Beşiktaş? Let's have a quick look at him. I'm just scouting some players there. There he is. Oh, nice. He's got a floor price, of £51.59. Wow, his last 3-day average is £46. I wasn't expected to win a card worth about £50. So with the ETH on top, that's about a £66 day on the rewards. We cannot moan at that. It looks like obviously he's their starting goalkeeper. And he does get some good scores chucked in there as well. So yeah, that's our rewards. Really happy with that. Obviously, I don't play the Sport Toto Super League or have any Beşiktaş cards, so he will be going up on the market. But yeah, fingers crossed. We got a midweek's lineups that actually kick off tonight into Miami against Philly in the semi-final of the league's cup. Thanks for watching episode 2, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Fingers crossed. We get double rewards next week. Seems we got midweek lineups and weekend lineups, so we could have 2 lots of the rewards on the video for next Tuesday. Thank you very much and have fun.